Both the videos shot earlier are in the same place, same time, but different dates. The first difference that is clearly visible on both the days is that one of the days the sun sets faster, but there was so much more than the visible changes that I experienced. What did I really observe? On the very first day, as soon as I landed, the trees, birds, grass in general. To be honest, I couldn't connect with the place, except that I looked in awe to what I first felt versus how I feel now. In 2019, when I first went, I remember feeling like a stranger in an unknown land away from home, whereas now it feels like home away from home. On closer observation, the second day I observed there were 6 blackbirds, 3 seagulls, 2 colorful birds. Large area with just 2 trees full of leaves as far as I could see. I realized how generically I had noticed things around me for all this while. I'd always counted nature as birds, trees, and everything other than man made. I couldn't think of when the last time was that I had noticed things so clearly. There were signs and maths, but I specifically wanted to focus on one. I wasn't sure of which one, but I decided that I was going to stick to maths. I could focus on all the concept of maths, numbers, measurements, space, and data. I want to categorize the maths that I had seen in nature in my place walk. Numbers. The first thing that I noticed in numbers was how there were only 2 trees that had leaves among the 16 other trees. I was also there by 6 pm and had started recording the hyperlapse that you have previously viewed in this video. Measurements. I walked alongside the trees and found out that the trees with the leaves were closer to the ground than the ones without. The trees without the leaves were longer and were not as thick as the one with the leaves. Space. The patterns of the birds cooing was synchronized with the other birds. There was an even interval between the cooing of the same bird. Interestingly enough, one of the birds repeatedly went around in circle, keeping the trees in with the leaves as the same. How do I relate it with the readings? Like Anne below had mentioned in a pedagogy for ecology, I felt a strong sense of emotional and conscious connection to a place. This walk has helped me understand my deeper connection with nature. Little have I wondered about maths or science in nature. My third session of week 1 was the most interesting class I can think of. My aversion towards maths seems more like what I've built towards the subject rather than me trying to understand it. The other interesting thing that I noted but wouldn't elaborate on is how days differ. Same time, same place on different days can bring up different emotions.